right, we're here just off the green, and we're going to talk a little bit about identifying lies and then how to play them. So this is a green side shot. We've set up here the three kind of most likely lies you're going to get. Obviously there might be different variances here, but as you can see from the ground, we've got the ball sitting way up, so it's almost like it's teed up on top of the grass. We kind of have your middle normal shot where it's kind of half in the grass, half above the grass, and then we have your buried lie where it's sitting way down. So again, number one, identify the lie. Believe it or not, there are really three different ways to play this. So most importantly, you want to emphasize that it's not one size fits all for a green side shot. You really do have to let the lie control the technique and possibly the club. When we talk about the first one here, the ball sitting way up, some players, even though it's teed up, this is one of the hardest shots to control. What you'll find is you're going to get all of the ball on the club face. So there'll be no grass interaction there with the club face, and that can make the ball come out a lot of times dead, or you might hit it really high on the face. When you're chipping, most important thing to controlling distance or your feel is hitting it solid, hitting it on the center so you know how hard to swing. So Brian's going to demonstrate that one, and I'll talk through how I would play the shot. So I call this the hood of the car shot. So I pretend that the ball is sitting up and it's on the hood of my car, so I don't want to wreck the paint. I just want to clip it super clean off the top of that grass without taking any grass. So I might hover the club, and because you're going to get all the ball on the club face, you have to swing maybe a little bit harder than you're used to. The ball usually comes out with a lot of spin, and it comes out a little dead. So you have to maybe give it just a hair extra. With practice, you'll be able to judge your touch and feel better. As we step up to the middle one, this is what we call your kind of standard Bermuda grass lie. Brian, maybe take me through your technique for just a standard green side Bermuda lie.
Yeah, so I see this ball sitting a little further down than that last one, but definitely not all the way to the bottom on the soil here. And so I'm going to have a little bit of interference of that Bermuda grass rough in between my club and the ball. I tend not to want to open the face too much on this, so I'll play a pretty standard shot here with my 60-degree wedge. And basically just nice even tempo, square face, a very kind of standard looking technique if we can use that term. But the ball's generally just going to come out kind of forward, not a lot of spin. It will tumble out a little bit because of the reduced friction, because of that grass. But just general rules there, square-ish face with a lofted club and pretty even tempo. You don't want to go too fast or slow down too much, just kind of keep the speed nice and even.
Excellent. So that brings us to our last lie, which is the sitting down or buried lie. One thing to note, we have many of our members that aren't in Florida year-round. You go up north and you play on those cool season grasses. Bermuda grass, although it can be thick and kind of gnarly, if you will, it's still 90% air. So this comes into play on this shot. It's a lot more airy than some of the cool season grasses. So the way to play this shot, I refer to it as the pillow shot. So you're going to get a lot of grass around the ball and the club face. So it's almost like the ball is being hit with a pillow around your club face. And as a result of that, you're going to have to swing a little harder and down on it, get down to that ball. But it does come out kind of soft, believe it or not. It doesn't usually come out fast. If you do it right, it will come out soft, and it generally has a moderate amount of spin. So Brian's going to demonstrate. He's going to really make sure he gets down to that ball, hits a little behind it, and you'll hear a thump. And again, it's the best analogy, I think, is that pillow type shot there. So 3 different lies. It's not one size fits all. You believe it or not, there's 3 different ways to play it. We've got a great practice area here where hopefully you're not just hitting the same shot over and over, you're coming out, you're getting comfortable with your technique with one of our pros. Once you have that, you're learning to identify the lies, and then you're practicing the 3 different lies so that you're ready when you're faced with them on the course. Awesome. Anything to add, Brian?
No, that sums it up. Just make sure that you're creating these lies on purpose, really, when you're out here, paying attention to that and realizing that if you're not considering this, that might not be your technique that's wrong, really. You need to apply the proper technique for the situation.